Hey, it's Justin Humphries. Welcome to the next video. Today I'm going to share with you something that I've realized over the past couple months, and something that I haven't heard anyone teaching, at least not in the way that I'm going to share it with you. This way it just kind of clicked with me, and hopefully you can get the same kind of realization. Maybe you've heard similar things, but it just didn't click. But hopefully this can click, and this can help you out to implement, to take action, to make things happen, to make a difference. That's the whole reason that I'm doing these videos for you, is to inspire, uplift, motivate, encourage, and get you to take action, to change your life. Because if you're not motivated, if you're not inspired, if you're not uplifted, then you may not have enough to push forward and to actually do and to take action, because it's not always easy. But hopefully I can help you with that. And one of the things that I learned is that we go through life in two different ways, with two different mindsets, I suppose is a way to say it. And I haven't figured out probably the best way to say this, or the best way to call this, but the way that makes the most sense to me is how I'm going to explain it to you. And that is, the way that we live is either active versus passive, okay? We're either actively engaged, we're either going about doing things 110% in everything that we do, or we're passive about things. And, you know, we could be active about some things, and passive about others. It's not necessarily that we're active about everything and then we're passive about everything. But active living is what I'd like to, say, what I like to call it, I guess. And kind of give you some ideas on what I mean when I say, active living or active participation, those types of things. You may already have some ideas in your mind, but what I'm thinking is, for example, there's some things that we do on a daily basis that could be very passive or very active. Now, passive, for example, you pick up a book, an entertainment book, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, whatever type of books you like to read. Those are kids' books, I guess, but I've got small kids, so. But you read those books, and it's for entertainment, it's for enjoyment. You're not really actively reading those books. You're not actively trying to get something out of those books to apply to your life, to change your life. And so you're passively reading, you're just, de-stressing, whatever it is. And that's fine sometimes. But when you're actively engaged, you're getting something out of it, you're highlighting, you're writing in it. Anytime I read any kind of self-help books or, books like that I want to apply to my business and my life, I've got my highlighter out, I've got my pen out, and I am highlighting and I am marking and I am writing in there what means something to me as I read, what I can apply to my life, what I can pull, what I can go back to. I'm actively reading this book as opposed to just passively reading through it. And a lot of times, we get these books, and hopefully you're reading books like Think and Grow Rich and things like that. If you're reading these books and you are just passively reading them, you're not going to get nearly as much out of it as if you are actively reading. And it's just a mindset thing. It's when you have that highlighter and that pen out, your mind is thinking, okay, I'm gonna pull something out of this. I want to find something that is beneficial to me right now at this moment. And so just having it in your hand could mean the difference of you doing that, and doing it at the table where you're sitting down, or at the desk where you're sitting down. You're not crouching. You're not sitting on the sofa with with your legs reclined up and all that kind of stuff. You're actively reading this, kind of like when you did your homework and those kinds of things. I mean, you're doing this as best you can, and really getting into it, actively participating. So this goes with anything. There's a lot of training videos online and those types of things. And how many times you watch those training videos and you sit there, you click play, and you're just sitting back and you're watching them. And you're just watching them. And you don't take any notes. You don't really think about it twice. You think, oh, that's great information. I just got great information. This was awesome. but you don't write anything down. You're not really doing much more than thinking about it, maybe a little bit. And so you're passively involved. You're passively watching that video. You're passively learning. Active and passive learning is huge. You want to be actively learning. You want to be engaged. You want to be deliberate about everything that you do. And so this has helped me when I started to realize this and kind of put this together in my own life. It helped me to change what I do and how I do things, because I'm thinking about it now. And that's all it takes, is just to be aware and be thinking about it, so that when you watch that next training video, you think about getting that pen out and that paper, and you start writing and you start thinking, how can I implement this today? How can I implement this? What can I do? You know, the difference between successful people and not successful people is they take action and they implement quickly. They do things quickly. They're not afraid. They're not passive. They're active about things. So hopefully you get the idea. I kind of gone on a little bit explaining this because I want to make sure that you understand active versus passive, and I want you to be active about everything that you do. You know, be active with your kids, be active with your spouse, and that means, you know, maybe not running around doing crazy things, but it could just mean sitting there, being intent, listening to them, and being there for them, and just being in the moment. That type of thing is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about being active versus passive. So choose to be an active person and live actively, as opposed to living passively and just letting everything go by and not making a real difference in your life. And hopefully this helps you, and hopefully it inspires you and gets you to take some action. Your first action that you can take, I want you to like this video, comment this video, subscribe to these videos, and take some action. I mean, watch this video, make a comment. What do you think about this video? Did it help you? Did it, was it pointless? Was it something you've already heard before? Can you see how it might make a difference in your life? You know, make a comment, like this video, dislike this video if you don't like it. That's fine too. I'd rather you not, but take some action, do something. Instead of just watching this video, actually take some action. And I want this to be your first action. First step in living actively is like this video, subscribe, make a comment, whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing or want to do at this moment. But just take some action, and it can help you make a difference. Change that mindset to be actively engaged in everything that you do. All right, thanks. I'll see you in the next video.